Episode 2. The Paraclete. What did Jesus promise would come after him? In the name of God, the one God of Abraham. In the previous episode, we asked a simple but essential question. What did Jesus tell his disciples? Before he was raised, we saw that Jesus affirmed the oneness of God, obedience to God's law, and the need for guidance after him. Today, we examine how Jesus described that guidance, using his own words from the Gospel of John. Not slogans, not assumptions, but the text itself. Part 1, where the promise appears. All references to what comes after Jesus are found in one place in the Bible, the Gospel of John, specifically chapters 14, 15, and 16. These chapters form what scholars call the farewell discourse. Here, Jesus prepares his disciples for confusion, loss, and deception after him. And it is here that Jesus speaks repeatedly of one who will come after him. Part 2, the word Jesus uses. In the Gospel of John, chapter 14, verse 16, Jesus says, "I will ask the Father, and he will give you another helper to be with you forever." The key word here is another. Jesus does not say the same, he says another. In the original Greek text, the word used is allos, meaning another of the same kind, not something completely different. This already tells us something important. Whatever Jesus is promising, it is a continuation of guidance, not a replacement of God. Part 3, what the Paraclete does. Jesus then describes what this helper will do. In the Gospel of John, chapter 16, verse 13, Jesus says, "When he comes, the Spirit of truth, he will guide you into all truth. He will not speak on his own authority, but will speak what he hears." And in the very next verse, verse 14, Jesus adds, "He will glorify me." Let's pause. Jesus gives us criteria, not mystery. According to Jesus, the one who comes after him does not speak from himself, speaks what is given to him, guides people into truth, and glorifies Jesus. This is not vague. Part 4, what Jesus does not say. This part matters. Jesus does not say the one who comes after him will abolish God's law. He does not say the one who comes after him will redirect worship away from God. And he does not say the one who comes after him will contradict what Jesus himself taught. In fact, Jesus explicitly says the opposite. In the Gospel of John, chapter 16, verse 15, Jesus says, "All that belongs to the Father is mine. That is why I said, the Spirit will receive from me what he will make known to you." This is continuity, not contradiction. Part 5, the question of identity. Now comes the question. People rush to answer too quickly. Who or what is the Paraclete? Christians traditionally understand this as the Holy Spirit. Muslims often ask whether this description could apply to a future human messenger. At this stage, we are not forcing an answer. We are doing something more important. We are establishing what the text allows and what it does not. And here is what the text allows us to say. Jesus describes a continuation of guidance. Jesus gives criteria for truth. Jesus anchors that guidance in obedience to God and honoring Jesus. Part 6, why this matters for what comes next. This episode is not about winning arguments. It is about setting a standard, because once Jesus gives a standard, everything that comes after him must be measured by it, including later theological developments, later interpretations, and later teachers. That includes people who claim authority about Jesus, even if they never met him. This will matter when we reach Paul. Closing. Jesus did not leave his followers without guidance, But he did leave them, with a test, not power, not popularity, not miracles, but truth, obedience, and direction. In the next episode, we will take this promise further. We will ask, does the Paraclete passage describe a divine spirit alone, or does it leave room for a human messenger, guided by God? And how did the earliest believers understand this promise? Before empire, before councils, and before creeds, truth before tribe. Two brothers, one mission, one God.